1.
Let's go!
Okay, we are now live. Oh, dang it, that's not how I wanted to start. No, wait, hold on, I gotta make my stupid yearly joke.
Let's go!
It's super... We're in the Revice discussion, everybody.
Are we?
Oh my gosh. Jeez. This is like the, 5th year I've done a discussion in a row? What more do you want me to say? I don't know. I'm here against my will.
Nerd!
Chris!
Hi.
Chris, you're supposed to do your intro.
Hi, I'm Chris. I like 01.
Ghia.
Yes, sir.
No, that was as in that was bad. But anyways, hi, my name is Ghia, the upcoming graphic designer and low-key content creator. Make videos every 5 millennia, and no one else said it, so I'm be the first. We may be live, but I'm evil, baby.
Haisei, stop giving me money.
Shut up!
Goober.
Hi, I'm Goober. I like stuff. I hate everyone, especially Friend Harmony. I feel.
Hi, Goober.
Who's that? Grave? I think that's Grave.
Yeah, it's me. Hi, I'm Grave. I too like 01.
Haisei.
I just do token.
Hi, I'm Haisei. I love sending Marcos money.
Harmony.
And also, I kinda
Sorry.
Make...
Okay, my turn? Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Hi, my name is Harmony. I'm a Super Gear Toku VTuber, and I like to stream.
Haisei.
Oh.
Hi everyone, I'm Highsea. I have a YouTube channel on Tokusatsu and TikTok that's pretty Tokusatsu related, so, you know.
Mega.
Nice time.
Hi, I'm Mega, also known as MegaCraze on Twitter. I draw sometimes, and I mostly talk about fighting games and Toku, I guess.
Fighting games, that's where it's at, baby.
Marcos. I only play JoJo's fighting game. Thomas.
I'm so sorry for you.
Hello everyone.
And League of
I'm
Legends.
Marcosatsu, and I'm here to talk about Revice because I also sometimes make YouTube videos about Revice.
Wait.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for you.
You telling me we have a high say and a high C?
Yeah, I know. I got
Yeah,
confused.
wow.
I was like,
Yeah.
So, the reason I brought you all here is that we're actually fighting to the death in the Dream Battle Grand Prix, so...
oh my gosh.
Okay.
Squid
Yeah,
Game.
I know that.
Entry.
I'm gonna win.
Okay, so...
I'm gonna hit the granny so hard.
Squid Game. Ain't no game.
Without further ado, spoilers, obviously, we're gonna talk about Revice a lot, and I wish I didn't, but spoilers, we're also not gonna talk about Geats, even though episode 1 is out. I have not seen it, I don't want to see it, I'm good. So without further ado... Oh, man. Okay, so when I was taking my notes for this discussion the whole night, I was like... What do I even say about Revice? Like I even rewatched our like episode 13 like part 1 Revice discussion, and I was like, wow, everything I said here is still true. Everything I said I can say about this one, so you can go watch that and it'll be the same thing for me. Anyway, Revice is okay. I like it. Chris.
I like it. It has a lot of things that I think hold it back from being a really great season, but I think as it stands, it's pretty good.
Who's Ghia?
That was so short and so like so well crafted. Oh my god.
Ghia.
Don't worry, hold on. I'm gonna give you the 10 you.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So listen, right? Revice, S tier season, but only in certain moments. Only in certain moments. That's what I want to emphasize the most. This show is absolutely goated when it is not trying to be a Kamen Rider show. Like, it has such a nice theme about like family and person, like this very personal message, and like the relation of growth and humanity and the maturity of us as a society, and like the realities of maturing, like the intricacies, the complexity of it. And then Gifu's just kind of there, like, I'm gonna end the world, and it's just like, bro, get out of here. Nobody cares
For
about
real
Gifu.
though.
Yeah.
It's such a fun show. Like, if you're here to kind of just like get an average writer season, I don't think it's the one for you. If you're here for an anniversary season, it's also not for you. But like, it's such a spot for me that I think if you were able to enjoy what it's truly about and set aside everything that all the other deep shit that like it that makes it muddier, it's a great season. It's one of the greatest seasons.
I do agree with a lot of what you said, but at the same time, I'm just saying, I'm just saying, I am just saying, with all the good stuff taken aside, it's like half a good season. Okay, it's just like half of it is like worth watching. Okay, I'm sorry. I guess I'm the odd one out here, but
I agree.
Goober.
I knew I couldn't trust Thomas. That's right.
Yeah, I liked Revice. I think it was perfectly okay. I don't think it was like the best season ever. Like it's no like build or whatever. But I still enjoyed it for the most part. I think at the end of the day, it's probably like a B tier show, perfectly passable. Like, there were some misses, but when it hit, it really hit hard. Like Ghia said, like all the family stuff. And
Yeah.
you know, yeah. And when you have Kagero, the cutest demon ever, you can't go wrong.
Nice. Fun.
Oh my god, dude.
Grave.
Yeah.
My honest opinion, so far, Revice is the best Reiwo writer, but it's not that much of a competition. We got 0-1 Saber. It has very
agree with
high
that.
points. I like his character development, especially for Vice. But some moments really hit like real dead ends flat.
Yeah. Haisei.
Looking at Daichi.
Yeah, Revice is pretty good.
Let's go! Harmony.
Yeah, that's it.
Alright!
Iki is the ADC, Vice is the support, Daichi.
Oh my gosh. Get out of here.
Lovekov is the Poro on Howling Abyss because I want to feed her.
Harmony.
You know,
I really like Revice. I really like how they like did it with all of it. I think it's one of my best favorite Reiwa shows I've watched. Actually, my third because Saber was my second.
I'm so sorry for you.
Haisei.
I actually think Revice is a really good show for a lot of people, especially if they haven't gotten into Kamen Rider.
Yes.
I agree it's the best out of Reiwa, but that's not like can't be in there. But full disclosure is I watched up to episode 15, and then life got too busy for me to keep up, and I just watched 15 to like 50 in the last 3 days. So the one thing I'm really gonna say about it is it's a really good show that lends itself to binge watching. Like it does a really good job of leading into the next one where
Yes.
The last full series I watched was 0-1, and I found there was just a ton of episodes that just ended, and I was like, I don't even feel like flipping to the next one. And I think this overcame that problem, so it makes it for like a really good, jumping in. And there's a lot of really great moments in this season, but there's a couple, the thing I like about Kamen Rider is like, yeah, I get, big dumb things, punching each other and exploding, but usually there's a couple of really good, just twist your heart moments, and there was one or two that hit really well, but for a lot of them, it was like, I care about this, just not as much as I wish I did.
Remember the Buried Rex arc? I mean, well, I say arc, but it was like 20 minutes of it. 20-minute arc.
Yeah.
Not even a full episode.
Yeah, that's the feeling I get too. It's like they have so many good ideas, but anyway, sorry, there's so many people I need to look. Mega.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to say something probably controversial, maybe not, but I will say right here, right now, that Revice is probably my third favorite season of all time of Kamen Rider.
Whoa.
Like, has surpassed-
Go.
It
I'm so
probably.
sorry.
I'm gonna say this right now. I love Build and Gaim so much.
Whoa.
And I'll say this: Revice has probably surpassed Gaim in my opinion. For me.
Whoa.
And keep in mind that
Wow.
Gaim
Bold
was my
statement.
entry point. Gaim was my entry point into Kamen Rider. It's probably one of my favorite seasons ever. Revice to me is probably one of like just the most like wholesome and one of the best Kamen Rider seasons we've gotten in a very long time since Build, in my opinion.
Huh.
And I love the suits. I love just the action overall. Probably one of the better anniversary seasons, but it has Decade and Geo to compete to, so like that's not really that hard. So
Damn.
I love this season to death. I absolutely love it. I haven't loved this season this much since Kamen Rider Build. What else can I say about it, really? I don't want to like go on to like a big tangent right now. I really just want to say that it's just a perfectly great show. It never really dropped off for me. It just went high, and then just kind of like, you know, it kind of like just like walked a little bit, and then it ran again, and then it just went and just kept on going, and then made a massive dip in 2 episodes, but then it just went back up. So it was fine. It was very epic. This show is S tier. I love it so much. Top 3 seasons for me. So there you go.
I think I'm gonna hang out with Mega over here on that.
Wow.
Me too.
Thank you.
What the heck?
I'll let Thomas slam us
I
down.
don't know about third, but
Thomas, please, you gotta agree with me.
Okay, so like going into Revice and like the beginning, I just thought it was like super mediocre. Like, I was like, this isn't bad, but nothing's really grabbing me here. And then at a certain point, I thought it like took off and it was super good, super interesting. I had so much fun watching it. And then once it reached its peak, that was its peak. It started going down and down and down and down. And then I thought it like hit the bottom of the barrel like towards the end. And then it delivered, I think, one of the best finales in Kamen Rider, or at least
Yes,
in recent years.
sir.
Hell yeah.
Like it left off on such a high note that I'm like, oh, I guess the show's pretty good. And then I think back like only 2 episodes from that finale, I'm like, I don't know how I feel about this show now. So yeah.
Everybody has very valid takes. You can like it, you can dislike it, you can think it's mediocre, but I think we all have our reasons to like certain things. But we can all agree we love George, right? We love George.
Yeah.
his actor is so good looking. Oh my gosh.
He's really hot, dude. He's
So
hot.
good looking.
Jesus.
I
Wow.
wanted to go on bed with someone more than you.
Marcos, what have you done?
So Love Cov, right?
Hell no!
So mixed on Love Cop. Oh my god.
S tier character, man.
Love
Oh,
Cop,
what about
absolute
Congo?
F tier in the garbage. Bro.
So anyway,
Random noun.
well, one of the main points I wanted
Quick
to.
observation on Love Cobb, real quick, that my partner was walking in and out of the room all weekend watching this and cluing into Love Cobb and just being like, I hate this fucking thing.
No.
Go.
Why?
Why though?
The big complaint was it doesn't do anything. It's just its
Good.
entire purpose is to
What
just
was
be
the
there.
point
Its
of Love
entire
Cop when
little
I
character arc.
enjoyed the show?
Yes.
It's there to sell toys, and it worked. I bought 3.
Sell the plush.
They're the best.
Speak sentences, bro. Like what
They're the
happened?
best. You wanted to be like the #1 villain overall. You wanted to be like the main character.
It is so crazy
You
how
want her to
Love
have
Cop,
like a depression arc, man. Like
It's
she goes
so
through fall,
crazy.
man.
how Love Cop has like 4 times the amount of screen time that Kagero has. and
Let's
Kagero
go!
has more personality.
I mean, you're not wrong, but
Kagero is like the cutest demon ever, though. What?
Damn.
Kagero is also very good looking.
He is.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Beautiful stuff.
Yeah.
I never want to get in bed with someone more than Kagero.
Anyway,
I do not like how the Phoenix uniform looks, but
yeah, me
The
neither.
fashion in the show.
Uh,
Fashion in the show is a choice.
One of the main things I wanted to bring up, one of the main points for this whole discussion is that I think this show might be one of the Kamen Rider shows that I think has the most missed opportunities, or it just they don't execute their ideas all that well. And I think this is the show. Like Kiva goes, they have good ideas, but at least hey, they try to do them. And Revice, it does one thing, it falls off, it goes to a peak, then it falls off, but that's just me because I like we were saying. The in hindsight,
Revice still better than Kiva though.
Anyway, so in hindsight, when I was thinking about all this last night, the whole Dead Man's arc was really good. I think that's what they should have stuck with, but then it kind of just falls off at like what, episode 18, 7, somewhere around there. So it didn't even last that long. But it was but it was still pretty good. Like I know some of the more episodic parts were actually really enjoyable. I liked it. A lot of the shots were so pretty. A lot of the visuals are fantastic. I think Revice has really, really pretty visuals. The suits especially, which we can get to later. But yeah, and anybody wanna piggyback off that?
Yo, I'll piggyback. Thundergale's not as bad as everyone says. Thundergale,
F you.
I'll go next. Let me go next.
Okay, Mega.
Okay, so like, I actually disagree in like the whole like missed potential thing. I actually disagree on that. It's probably because I actually liked the new direction that it went into. I'm gonna be very honest. If the Deadmans kept on going through the entire show, I probably would have been bored of them.
Yeah.
I would have been very bored of them, and I'm super glad that Ortega became a main villain. I'm so glad that this show gave me a Kaishi. I love him. And I'm not glad about Gifu though. He's like the Arc Zero of Revice, nothing. So you know.
Nah, Arc Zero was better.
Shut up.
Nah, he wasn't.
Arc Zero
He was nothing.
so sleeker.
Was used in that.
So sleeker.
Arc Zero was nothing.
I think Geef was a lot more like, it didn't do anything like through the whole series.
Right.
He was
Like,
just
it
doing a little
was
bit
what
of
it
trolling.
was. But all of the mechanics around it are what I actually think made that like kind of villain plot work for me overall, if I'm being honest with it. Because it's like you go from Dead Man's to Dead Man's falls apart. You get Phoenix steps in as the bad guy, and it's like it's all surrounding Gifu. I'm not sure what the right wording for it is at this point, but yeah, whatever, tomato.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just at the end of the day, I was just like, I don't know. I kind of liked that he was just a big villain that had like 4 lines of dialogue through 50 episodes.
It's funny that's not an exaggeration.
Right.
Yeah, I think that might be the exact amount.
He was threatening at some point, but kind of just like fell off. I love his design.
He fell off.
He legit fell off.
Young boy better.
Young boy, but for real! That's what I'm saying at the end of the day.
Menace the gift.
Iki literally was like L plus ratio plus you fell off.
I'm the best main writer.
Bro, young boy better, says Don Momotaro.
Young boy better.
But when I talk about missed opportunities, I mean more like there are these really awesome points where like the Kagero stuff is actually really interesting. The way they get their power ups are actually really cool. The whole Gifu, the whole Juga stuff was so interesting. I loved it. And then exactly.
Yeah, why?
Exactly.
And then you see the toy, and the toy is like so cool because it says absorb, and then it says the rider name. Like that's so tough.
Yeah.
Why did they do that in the show?
No. It wasn't even used that much.
What? I hope it's using the V cinema, but
well,
I kind of want to bring in something about Juga.
yeah.
If that's okay, Marquis.
Juga with the J, yeah.
Okay, so like to me, Juga was never really a villain. Of course, I love the idea of George becoming like the main villain. I wanted that since like the beginning of the show. But after the show ended, I started to like reminisce a little bit. Plus, I rewatched the show, so also that. But to me, Juga is not really a villain. It's just George trying to grief. It's just he really is just trying to like. Okay, I'm gonna say cope. He legit is just trying to cope with the death of his father. Yeah, legit. And it seems that he made the Juga system, the Juga driver overall, to be like, yeah, I'm the hero, I'm the best. Okay,
I'm
Get the
better.
fuck out, father. I don't like you. And that's not really the case. In my opinion, I think just George didn't really know how to handle his father's death. So, what is some way that he can do it? Fucking just make another
Like
writer
sending
system. He
Hana
likes
and
Kamen
Tamaki
Rider.
to the hospital. Yes.
Yeah.
I think it's
The
kind of a
man-
skill issue. I don't know. Skill issue. If
The
you kinda
man
lost, I don't
literally
know.
is just like I'm just gonna make a Kamen Rider. I'm gonna be Kuga. I'm gonna be the best. My OC. Literally.
I wanna
it's-
ask everyone something about
Yes.
Revice.
Oh no.
Okay.
Because it's so differing between fans and haters and people who just think it's okay alike. What does everyone here think about Hikaru?
Oh,
The
He's
show
alright.
would be better without
I
him.
like him. He tried his best.
Okay.
I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
he
I'm
tried his
scared to
best.
say if he's good looking or not because he looks very young.
Oh.
He does.
anyway.
Honestly,
Just the worst version of Tamaki.
he's got that like shiny kind of like he looks like third gen K-pop.
Oh my gosh.
You're
Anyway,
rating them based on how attractive they are.
They're not. Oh my
Thomas, I think you wanted to say something.
I don't know who Hikaru is.
Let's go!
Oh, boo!
I'm like so mixed on
No,
this
so
because
I knew that someone was gonna say that like or someone was gonna like talk about Hikaru. I was about to be like, who?
There was a part.
Yeah.
There was a point towards the end of the series where I just kind of went like he showed up like he was just like in one of like the group shots in kind of the background, and I was just like, oh man, I forgot he was there. And then when I forget his not bad guy name, but Julio, once he like. Yeah, Tamaki. When Tamaki sees him like in the hospital, and he's just like, "Oh, Tamaki, you know, you didn't need to come," or whatever he said there. I was just like, "Oh shit, I forgot this guy was here."
Here you go, Tamaki. Here's the belt that I wanted you to have since the beginning, but for some reason they gave it to
I
me.
can't believe he had one cool moment, then they were like, "Oh yeah, he's not a writer no more."
Exactly. That's my whole
Skill issue. I think it's kind of a skill issue.
They introduce him, and I'm like everyone else. Like it's like, why is he a writer, right? And then
Right.
they actually like, eventually they gave him like kind of interesting development. I thought where they killed his fake parents, but like he thought they were his real parents, or he attached them like they were his real parents. So I was like, okay, there's an interesting place to take this character, and then they do take
he's
him
done.
in an interesting place where now he's the only demons user to do the 4 genomics, and then he disappears. Like as soon as they do something interesting with him, they throw him away, and then he comes back multiple episodes later to give Tamaki his power up, and that doesn't amount to anything either. So it's like, what was the point of any of it? Like, and they even
Yeah.
gave him the development. Like he was around for I think like 4 episodes or something as Overdemons before they actually started to do something with him. Literally, he debuts as Overdemons at the end of an episode, and then the next episode, he's not Overdemons. So like, they couldn't even do anything with him as Overdemons after he debuted as Overdemons. I don't understand it.
That leads me to say to reference back to Marcos's point about wasted potential. I think by far the most wasted concept in all of Revice is Overdemons.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, the
Easily.
Scream, Demons, Veil, all the stuff using like the Veil Demons driver system is so much cooler than what Overdemons actually is.
Yeah.
But hey,
He should have debuted with like 5 like troopers or something.
you right. Which you can buy on Premium Bandai right now.
Boo. Premium Bandai this year
Oh my- are we gonna talk about the 7
Bandai.
Premium Bandai belts?
No, Premium Bandai.
Oh
this
my
year
gosh,
was
dude! Why are they so expensive?
Okay.
Just
Premium
toys on
Bandai
our
this year
wallets,
was
that's
at its
why.
worst. Premium Bandai this year was the worst.
Dude,
Yeah.
imagine being a little kitty fan of this show and your favorite character isn't Ikki or Daiji and you have to go to the store.
Okay, no, I hate
Where's
the
the
toy
store?
version of the
Store.
two-side driver. Cause like it's like when you put in the Vice stamp in, the sound is delayed, and I hate that. I
Yeah.
hate that.
That's like
That's
with all
so
the toys. though.
satisfying.
So that this might be a little weird, weird coming from me, but when Kamen Rider Fies introduced Delta and nobody liked him because no one knew who he was, I got a lot of that vibe from Hikaru, but I actually kind of like Overdemons in a way, but yeah, it was super wasted, so like whatever, at the end of all that.
You know what's insane? With like
I definitely like
Hikaru,
Hikaru more.
with Hikaru and like his entire family, I didn't even know they had names until he became Overdemons and the 2 of them died.
I still don't know the mom's name.
I've never made an effort to learn their names or the dad.
I just call them Weekend Dad and Mom, and plus they're a little bit more interesting than Hikaru.
I just called him Grave number 1 and Grave number 2.
Like, dude, and then like that episode where Hikaru's like, "Let me join the fight. Let me join the fight," and Sakura's like, "No, Hikaru," and I was like, "His name was Hikaru."
It's so weird because Hikaru was actually there like really, really early in the show.
He's been there since the beginning.
Literally there.
And then he's drafting with him.
Oh my gosh! Did I start something? I'm sorry.
What the fuck?
No. We're all agreeing with
Wait, I
you.
agree.
First episode.
Yeah.
Hold on. Okay, so now that Sakura was mentioned, can we say she's like one of the best writers like ever? She's amazing.
Okay.
True
Alright,
second.
I feel like her
Can I
character could
say
have
an
been better. I
unpopular
don't
He's
know.
the best.
Can I say an unpopular opinion about Sakura?
Oh no.
Oh no.
Alright, here it goes. This is only when it first happened, but
Go Goober.
I was not a fan of her transforming at first. Let me just explain.
okay.
Hey guys, I'm here to say,
Because at first I thought it was really interesting how she was able to just fight off the monsters. I forgot what they were called. The gift somethings.
Juniors.
Yeah, I don't.
Gift
Yeah,
juniors.
those. Yeah, I know it was so interesting how she was able to just fight them off like nothing at the beginning. And this is just coming from me, in my personal opinion, but I just feel like being a writer doesn't really feel special that much anymore. Especially coming off of Saber, where everyone was becoming a writer. It just felt like being a writer was. Yeah, so like I didn't think being a writer was not special anymore. So seeing Sakura being able to fight off the monsters without transforming, I thought it was so cool and really interesting, and I really wanted that to stay like that. And then like episode like 12 or 13, whatever happened.
I'm gonna jump on that statement and say one thing I really loved about Revice was the amount of untransformed fights that were kind of sprinkled throughout the entire series.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Real.
Yeah.
Sakura's like fine. I kind of wish she was cooler. Like,
What?
Like I kind of wish she was like
What?
even cooler. Like she's cool. She's cool, but I wish she was like even cooler. Like I wish she was like literally like she. I don't know. It was like after she joined Weekend, I was like, especially didn't she join like Weekend in like a clip show episode?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Like what the fuck?
It was like the episode after. That's like the first thing she put on.
Like that shit was kind of weird. I don't know, but yeah, I think Sakura could have been a little bit cooler, but I'm very like happy that she is very cool.
Yeah.
And I
I
really
still
like
like
her
Sakura.
belt. Like I like Sakura, but
yeah,
I
still
think
like
she was
Sakura.
cooler.
I'm gonna hop on the Sakura train. I think Sakura is definitely the best female writer. But like
Oh,
in
for
terms
sure.
of like characters as a whole, I
That's not a hard
don't
proposition.
think she's that great.
F you.
Yeah.
I still like-
Alright,
I still-
I'm gonna jump in. I'm gonna jump in.
I still, okay.
Alright, let me jump in.
Yeah.
Lesbian.
Let's go!
That's so real. That's
Gay,
so
gay,
real.
homosexual, gay.
She is one of the best writers in this whole show. I love
Yes,
her
sir.
so much. She's
I-
awesome. She's a badass. She's
is.
like Horobi, where like she didn't even need a power up, man. All that energy was
I
there,
very
man.
much
We need to stop bringing up Zero. We need to-
Good thing Mom's not here for this.
Yeah, you know what?
Oh my god.
You know she's good because she's a tertiary over Hiromi.
Boo!
I consider
No.
the true secondary over Daichi.
Hey,
what
that's
happened?
not-
Let's stop
Even as a
talking.
rival.
Let's cut it out. Let's cut it out.
I hate you.
Oh well, Ghia. Since I brought up Hiromi.
Oh, you letting me lead? Oh, thank you so much.
Aw, how cute.
So
Aw.
I'm gonna put all confidence on the table. I do not care. At least I won't make such a big a statement. But in terms of Reiwa, Hiromi is the best character ever created, and it was on accident.
Yes.
Never
It
mind.
was on accident, and
How did they
he was
create
so
the best
cool.
character ever on accident? It's
I
so
laid down
weird.
my life. I've been
Again,
protecting
he
the
looks so much
world.
more attractive
Who cares?
without
We
the
got
Fennec
him.
suit.
I appreciate
But
I laid down my life, and it means protecting the world.
Yeah.
Like how, they created this character that's like so like overly righteous. Like he feels like the most main character writer ever. And then they flip it on its head. They flip this, like they subvert that concept of damn, I was too self-righteous. It ended up hurting me. It ended up hurting Daichi because Daichi kind of looks up to me. It has a negative effect, and as a whole, it didn't work out for really anybody. Now I'm 80 years old. Daiji's planning to betray humanity to do a damn contract with Satan. So like,
Daiji was just doing a little bit of trolling.
Wow.
Just a little
No,
bit.
y'all.
And then he comes back, he recognizes his mistakes, and he's like, Daiji, don't lay down your life. It's actually really painful.
Don't be a hater.
I know from
For
experience.
real.
Be better than me.
Oh shoot! Oh
Stop
wait, I
preaching,
forgot to
man.
put Hiromi in a lane. My bad, guys. I forgot to put Hiromi in a league lane.
Uh,
In a League of Legends
got it.
lane. He would definitely be top lane. I don't know personally. Like feed.
Yeah, if I could go back to Sakura, honestly, I think Sakura was like really good in like the first half, and then after the Hana fight, I love the Hana fight. What was it, episode 33? Really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I think
Yes.
after that, I think after that she just kind of stops. Like,
Yeah. He doesn't do anything until she gets a power up.
That was probably their original.
She doesn't need to because she's so epic.
okay, listen
You're
though.
so
I'm on the
epic.
train. I'm definitely on the ship train, but we gotta recognize that it's canon to everyone except for Toei.
Yeah, pretty much.
Dude,
Remember,
We don't have
love
to
is
listen to
love.
Toei. We don't gotta
Love is
listen
love,
to her.
okay?
dude, Hana
to an
is
Instagram
so
post.
cool. Hana is
She's
so
fine.
cool.
No,
I
she,
think-
She oh yeah, also that. Like she is very fun. She has the best insert song in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
She has the best
It's not-
insert song. And it was in a
Yes.
special.
It's not
Like,
going
it's
to
so
the flow,
good.
It's not
It's so
going with the
good.
flow,
Well,
man.
actually, right under George's song, but it's a close second. It's a
What?
close second.
George literally made Super Sentai Hero get him a writer.
Oh,
That's
my
top
God.
tier. That's top
Chad.
tier.
No,
That's so top tier that I'm actually
All of the
recreating the
Revice
beat and
songs are
might make a
so
cover
good.
to it.
They are.
It's
In my
such a
honest
banger.
opinion, that George song is only good when he's not saying names.
No, I think when he's saying names, I think it's the funniest shit. Like I love that.
Oh, Nico, let's go.
Right
Man.
We're gonna get copyright
I can
strike.
go.
Oh
I
yeah,
love
for
when
real.
that man
Go.
speaks English, man. Like, dude.
Is English?
I like how they told him to tone down the English because like the producers was like, bruh, kids can't pronounce this. And I was like,
When he
Bro.
cursed.
God
Alright, try
damn!
this.
Like, they say that in America, and then just get like, they're like, I thought this was good. What? I thought he was spitting. What the hell?
I will say this now. So. Oh wait, go first, Thomas.
I just want to say that Sakura's final form is like the most blatant X-Aid reference ever. So she's,
Oh yeah.
in my opinion.
Yeah.
See, that's why she's the best.
Yeah.
Hey.
I was gonna say. I'll say this now, so everyone can insult me now and get it out of the way. Because I was like this at the beginning of the show. I don't get the George hype. I really don't. I don't. See
Wow.
It. I don't see
Kind
it,
of,
bro.
I can kind of get
He
it, 'cause
said-
especially
he
since
said
he
some
kind of
funny
disappeared
words.
throughout the show. Like he kind of like sometimes he was like literally just not in episodes, especially towards the end. Like he was just
if
not
you-
there.
If you set aside the fact of like, oh, he's a writer fan just like me, his actual writing as a character is kind of mid.
He's just a funny guy, man. He's just a silly.
Yeah,
he
I'm
was-
happy.
Yeah.
He like
I
that.
feel
Funny
like
guy
he
who
had
has a
so
mental
much
breakdown.
planned up for
Funny
him,
ones.
deadass.
I'm
I'm
sorry.
happy to disagree
I'm
with
sorry.
that
I
and just
want
say
good
he was
character
a
writing,
wily
and not just
Hunter S. Thompson
guys.
type
I have a
character.
Cougar coffee cup. Ain't I the cool? Oh god.
Dude, remember when he like put like 3 writers in a lab and then they did nothing with that?
Oh my God! Every time in the
Absolutely.
opening play.
Remember when he was talking about the ultimate Kamen Rider, and yes, you could say Juga is like kind of the result of that, but like those 2 events were very like not connected at all. I'm not gonna lie. Like when he was like talking about making the ultimate Kamen Rider, and then when he was talking about Juga, they are kind of like 2 completely separate, different like not reasons, but they just feel like they're in 2 different contexts.
Well, I think that can be attributed to like the actual in show reason why that would be his dad.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, his dad was like kind of throwing, like not gonna lie.
Throwing
he was
the
kind-
game of
No,
life.
I think it's so. I think it's so funny how like George was like listed as like the Heisei like Kuga boy. He was like called the Kuga boy, and he literally had a father that was like not good like the Heisei era, and then we had a complete opposite with Iki's dad, and he has had
The best
the
character in the show.
he's had the
My man
the,
George really
the
was
Reiwa
living the
the
Heisei
Reiwa
life.
dads,
The
That was
real
kinda fun.
dads though.
and then George got the Heisei dad. That's hilarious.
Isn't it so funny how like Masumi had like 3 fake out deaths and then he dies off screen?
Yeah, for real though.
It's funny, man. I like it.
GTA 5. I don't know.
Okay, so with all that, we gotta bring up the main character of the show.
Yeah, Hiromi.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, Hiromi is
All right,
great. Yeah, Daiji is really
hold
hot.
on.
And his actor is very talented.
Wait, what?
Love comp.
True. True.
True.
I'm probably gonna
Who's
say
Vice?
that. Marcos, I want to start out with the main boy, if I would please.
I hope we're talking about Iki.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Of course.
Like, no
Okay.
way.
I guess now that this is a thing, this is like my controversial opinion. I think Iki is probably like one of the best main writers we have gotten in a very
Oh,
long time.
absolutely.
This is coming from, and keep in mind, I'll say this also to like throw in some, some more wood into the fire. I think he's way better than AG in every single fucking way.
How dare you?
Okay. Let's not go too far there, buddy. I don't know.
Look,
Put up your tits.
Look, I had to bring in O's in some way, you know.
Yo, bro.
I think you're tripping just a little bit, man.
No, you did not.
Let the man speak.
AG in 10th anniversary movie, maybe, but not in the main series.
Okay.
He's so boring though.
Anyway, Mega, you were saying.
Yeah. I think I like Iki mostly because he's just a good man, dude. I just like that he's just a good
lad.
man. Yeah, he's a good lad. I just really like him. He's not really the most complicated character at all, but he doesn't really need to be the most complicated character in the show. To me, he's like the anchor that really keeps the family together alongside the mother, Yukimi. I really feel like he didn't really need to be more, in my opinion. I think he was alright, like how he was, at least for me. But I really liked his whole like memory erasure, like even like at the very beginning, like in I think before Life's debut, we started to see that type of like memory loss already. They were like recounting the whole thing. They were recounting the whole event of like, hey, you remember when like you saved Daiji and stuff? It's like, yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, and like he was like spooked. Thank God he was like a scaredy cat and stuff. He's like, was he? And it's like that was the point where he just started losing his memory like very subtly. But I just really like that part of him. He's just losing himself like throughout this whole show, but he still like keeps his values, even though he feels like a completely different person by the end of the show, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of early Iki just like was put onto Vice. Vice basically just became Iki at the start of the show, and I really like that aspect that they went with. Iki didn't really need to be that much of a complicated character for him to work in the story, in my opinion. I just really liked the role that he brought, and I think he's probably one of my favorite main writers for that reason.
I agree. When he forgot about his parents, bro, oh my gosh, I cried during work. I cried during work. I watched it at work.
Broken.
Yeah.
May I piggyback?
Dude, I was like, holy shit, in the break room. Oh.
May I piggyback? I'm gonna say, because I 100% agree with you. I think like everyone is honestly a bit too harsh on Iki as a character, because he really ticks something in my head that just he works. Like I say this all the time whenever I'm talking about Iki and Vice, but they portray a message of writer that I think really needs to be portrayed more with just superheroes, and it's all about just what selflessness can be in terms of like harming. When you're too selfless, you start to harm each other, and that's literally the contract Iki and Vice have. Whenever he puts on the driver, whenever he's choosing to be selfless by helping the world, stopping the villain, he harms himself like mentally. He forgets his family, and so it's beginning of the show. Iki, who's a family man through and through, always helping his family over himself. He's not doing soccer anymore. He quit his pro dream to just help his family. And I feel like a lot of people would call beginning of the show Iki mature.
Mm-hmm.
But the show truly shows us over the span of its 50 episodes that actually that was the wrong way to go about things. And I just loved it. End of the show Iki is truly what maturity is.
Thank you, Ghia. That
What a boy,
that's
what a boy.
that's
Yeah, I agree with
actually
you for the first time,
Oh,
man.
nice.
You guys can't hear, but I'm clapping. I'm clapping.
Iki has a good jawline. He has such a good jawline.
You guys didn't have to go all
Holy.
silent on me. I felt a lot of pressure.
Holy.
Iki's hot too, so like, come on.
I mean,
Dude,
okay.
he's so big, bro.
He's
Like,
not.
he definitely goes
In
to
my
the gym.
opinion, he's not like hot to me, but he's kind of like the cute type.
Yeah, I would give him benefit
cute
of the
type.
doubt.
He's got the V-pop vibes, the Vietnamese pop vibes.
I would
Yeah.
go drinking with
What they're
him.
doing right
I
now.
would go drinking with
I
him.
would gladly give him the benefit of Iki once.
I would definitely dap him up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think Iki's pretty
Yeah.
cool. I think from the beginning, even then, he was still amazing, and then his little characterizations here and there, and then when it finally got revealed, like why he was disappearing and stuff, like oh god, it was so good. And his power ups also very very good. I like a lot of Revice's aesthetics, and I think they fit him like a lot, mostly because of his weird outfits.
Yeah.
Undertale is good, guys. I don't
Outfits in this
understand.
season. They're the same damn outfits for like 50 episodes straight. Come on.
Iki's just a walking.
But like, Iki wouldn't have a fashion sense.
He is.
Exactly. He's not good with technology.
He's in a
either.
bathhouse. Like, imagine wearing like a good fit in a bathhouse. Like, that would ruin the fit.
would you do that?
Honestly.
Only Sakura and Daiji have the good drip in the show.
Even Daichi,
Dude,
is
imagine wearing
questionable.
Air Force Ones in a
Exactly.
bathhouse. I don't know. Personally, I would not do that.
Harmony. They straight up confirmed in the show that Daichi has no drip and Kagura had to fix him.
Yeah.
Kagura had all the
Kagura
drip.
had to fix his
Daiji literally only had the Phoenix drip. Like what was that? It made him look so small.
He
has
wore
the
that for
closet
like
full of
20 something
Phoenix
episodes.
I've never
He
seen
wore
a
the same
Reddit show
outfit
made a
for 20
canon that he had no drip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hana had drip. Aguilera had drip.
Yeah, Hana Aguilera
Yeah,
had
they had
drip.
drip.
Yeah.
Dude, whoever lined up Julio though, oh my god.
That was the biggest trip in the history, man.
Yeah.
Whoever
Yeah, that's the
lined
most
this
unfortunate
man
haircut
up,
I've ever
oh
seen.
my, why did they do this? Oh my,
No, that cut was atrocious.
that cut was so bad. Dude, his cut when he turned into Over Demons was so much better. Oh my gosh. Like,
absolutely,
the
yes.
way that he evolved was so great. He literally had the bowl cut, bro. Oh
You know, I think we can
Mark's
disagree on
favorite
most
one.
things about this show, but as long as I think we can all agree on that is a terrible haircut, we have
Yes.
hope for peace.
I think it's okay.
We're all okay with that. We're okay with that.
I think it's okay.
Talking about the haircut he had as like Julio.
As a dead man, yeah.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the-
we were talking about the
I
real bad
still-
line cut.
Yeah. His new one is pretty good. He looks like Isaac. He's oh wait, none of y'all know him. Never mind. I'm just very versed in Asian pop. My bad, guys.
I thought you were talking about the guy from Saber.
So
Wait, which one?
something I wanted to bring up because I've heard a lot of people say this about Reiwa. A lot of people say that Reiwa's side content ends up being a lot better than the main show, and I think Revice might have the best case of that.
Oh my.
Okay, I will bring
Revice the
this up.
Mystery is just Rider Time Decade, but better.
Yeah. For real
He
though.
died.
Bro,
Yeah.
I will fully admit, Dear Gaga made me cry my eyes out over and over. It is so
Dear
good.
Gaga is so nice.
Congratulations,
That's a
welcome
nice
to the club.
Oh man.
So good. Bro.
It was so sad. Oh my god.
Junya Komatsu's one of the greatest actors, writers ever. gotten, man.
Honestly.
He's
It's
great.
real.
He did
He's-
such a good job
I
as
follow
Kuromi.
him on Instagram.
Yeah, I mean, I think I follow him on Instagram too, but I follow him. I'm more active on Twitter.
I follow a lot of like Toku actors on Instagram, especially
Yeah,
like
me too.
the hot ones. Especially the hot ones.
Yo, do you guys really think that episode 26 was the end of Daiji / Kagura's arc? Like they said there was an interview?
Yeah.
Honestly, I think so.
I can
Yeah.
believe that, but then they said,
They
"Oh
gave him the
shit,
whole
I actually
week.
kind of want to do more."
They've said so many things in these interviews. I don't know what to take seriously anymore.
Is everything really unplanned?
Something really. What do you guys think of the movie?
I liked it.
Which one? Beyond Generations?
Yeah, Beyond Generations.
Oh,
I
that
like
was
it.
good.
Okay, I can't cap. I only saw it once, and I fell asleep during the middle of it.
Let's
Damn.
go!
I enjoyed. From what I
didn't watch
remember, I
it.
enjoyed. Like, because listen, I was just watching it right. The Saber Riders showed up. I blacked out. They beat the main villain. I was like, what happened?
I see
I
Saber.
think the part where like it shows like all the like people who are like suitless who turn into like past writers. I think that was really cool. Like they were like helmetless too, and you could like if you like see like behind the scenes pictures, you can literally see them in the suits, and they look so
Yeah,
cool.
so cool.
They look so cool.
No, bro.
My
Toma
favorite
and the Axel suit is tough.
Yeah.
But the Axel suit is so tough. That goes so clean.
Yeah. But for real though, Sakura and the Valkyrie suit,
Yeah,
perfect.
yeah.
Better character.
I mean, a little like too soon, but you know, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
A little too soon though, but it's all right.
What?
Because that happened like, or I don't know if it came out right after the 01 special came out, but like, or it did come out like right after, but I don't know how close the gap was. And I remember being like, I remember some people like on Twitter were like, damn, they really put Sakura with like the worst female character in Reiwa. And I was like,
What's all this slang you guys are saying? I can't keep up with any of it.
Oh, Marcus, I feel like we're just saying moon runes to you. I feel like Marcus just cannot understand the.
Well, hold on. I'm only saying like that's tough and stuff. I'm not saying the League of Legends moon runes over here.
League of Legends
Like,
moon runes,
legit?
dude.
Anyway,
This is true,
we got a donation. Hold on, that was a bit ago. I was just waiting. That man. I wish Phoenix was related to Foundation X in some capacity. Must
What?
be they both start with F and ends with X.
Yeah, honestly, okay. Yeah. Honestly, no, I'm not
That's
gonna lie.
stretching it.
Yeah, that was kind of me. I'm not
didn't
gonna lie.
need it, though.
That was
No, that was-
like
that's-
it
that's
didn't need
stretching
it, but that was also kind of me. I don't know. I just think
not
Foundation,
really.
but that might be just because I think Foundation X should be used more, personally.
It would have been the perfect thing to put like in the mystery or something where they're like,
Right.
at the end,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
oh yeah,
for
our
real.
founder. And it's a
Because
picture
I
of
mean, they
Foundation.
put like the fact that in 1971, like Phoenix was like, or like the Shocker researchers like found the gift stamp.
Yeah.
Like they already had that in. So if they were like related to like Foundation X too, that would have been kind of tough.
We went this far without somehow talking about it, but what's everyone's favorite suit?
Buried Rex
Ultimate
is the
Revice.
best suit. Buried Rex is the best suit.
It's called Ultimate Revice.
Buried
Ultimate
Rex,
Revice,
Buried
Thunder
Rex.
Oh my
Gala, Jack
God.
Revice.
Go one at a
Those are my
time.
top three.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, one at a time, one at a time.
Mega.
Very
Me? Oh, thank you. Well, I like Kamen Rider Splatoon, aka Kamen Rider Evil. He's like the best suit ever made. I love that guy so much. My beautiful son wears the best fit. What a dude. And like honorable mentions would go to Invincible Jean and Veil. I love those two a lot too. And also Ultimate Revice, those are great. But Evil wins my heart. It has inspired me. I think I mostly like it because it has inspired my art and just me trying to like develop my own story and stuff. So maybe that's why I like it so much. So,
Oh.
yeah, I love Kamen Rider Evil. He's amazing. Yes. But then
So
it was ruined
odd.
by live. Anyway.
Christopher, what's your favorite suit?
My favorite suit, and
Yes.
also my favorite writer in the show, favorite episode that he debuted in
Why is it
this stream. This stream.
You're lying.
Ah, I love
forgot
it.
about this stream.
I could talk for literally like hours on why that episode is perfect and why I love it so much. But that suit, like, just the Hercules beetle motif, the blue and red, I love it. So cool.
Hold on. We got another donation. Thank you, Sandwich Cat. Is Genta the best writer, Dad? If not, why is it Otoya?
Yes.
No,
Yes.
he is.
Genta is the
What?
best.
He is the
Genta
best
best
writer,
dad.
Dad.
OTS.
No, he's
I
not.
don't know about
actually,
Ultimate, man. I don't know about
Ultimate
that,
so-
but like you know.
OTS okay at best.
Yeah.
It's
I thought
actually
you said
busted.
old Pekka.
Any of this guy that like cheated on someone, bro? Like what? I don't know about this one, guys. But Genta is the best writer dad, yes.
Thomas.
I might go with the ultimate genomes. Like I really don't like any of the story like behind them, but I just think they're like neat looking. I like the clear plastic pieces like over their base form suits. I think that's a really interesting usage of like the Reiwa concept of like let's just take the base form and do something new with it. It's literally the base form with a new suit on it. I think it looks really neat. And I also like it's like this cap off to like the evolution of the Revice and Vice suits, like moving together and infusing and evolving that, or splitting them up again, but now they have like the exact same suit. So I think that's pretty cool.
That's great. Highsea.
I think Aguilera's is really neat.
Let's go. What?
Yeah.
I like it.
You tripping, bro? You tripping? Nah,
That
get
suit
your
is
ass out of here. You
That suit is
tripping?
stinky.
Well,
Yeah,
I
that
guess
suit
I
just
like
looks
the
like it
stinky. I
smells
don't know what to
bad.
tell you.
Oh my god.
Aguilera really said, I'm gonna make the best Kamen Rider Ghost suit right now, not even...
No.
No.
I think the suit would have been fine if like the face just didn't like literally like point out like that. Like what?
Yeah.
Like if the face just did not point out. Like I get like the B shit, but like still, I feel like the
Queen
stinger
bee,
should
I'm
have
all
not
for
been
it.
there.
I don't know, y'all crazy. That's all I can say.
Oh yeah,
my
Haisei, that's why I
God.
love you, man.
Let's move Haisei.
As a Decade fan, I'm legally obligated to mention Megalodon.
Oh.
I think that was a really good. I personally thought like everything about that genome was great. Like the especially like the what the driver says. Tori no Hanta. I love that shit. And then I also love the suit. Another honorable mention would go to the 01 genome, the Nailbata. That shit was tough. That shit was so tough. But then also, but my favorite suit is Thunder Gale.
You monster.
That's it. I'm gonna.
I love Thunder Gale. I love like the what the driver says. I love what the driver says. I love the transformation sequences, especially the first transformation sequence. Dude, I love that suit so much, and I do not get why when I went on Twitter, everyone started hating it. I was like, what are y'all talking about?
Bro, he's the pan flag rider.
Why are his teeth?
So good.
Why are his teeth colored ham then?
Bro, he's the
Dude,
pan flag
the teeth are my favorite part.
Why does
honestly.
he have a
I really
weird
like the teeth.
purple thing on his chest?
Yeah, he's
Why
the
is he
pan flag
like
rider.
banana
Wow.
yellow?
I love Thunder. Like I love the yellow. It's so good. It's so
Can't
good. And I
understand
also
why
love how
they
they're
make,
like
like-
one person. How they were like one person. That was great.
Great.
They're in one body.
So the build fan of me wants to say kangaroo.
Yeah.
In all honesty, I don't know if this is like popular opinion or not. I don't really care if it is, but I love Jack Revice.
Oh.
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah.
Hey,
Hell yeah.
That's a good one.
I don't know. Maybe it was because like when I first saw Jack Revice, I was big on Venom, so it just gave me that vibe. I love Jack Revice with the ink splatter motif it had.
Splatoon.
You ready for that?
Yeah, Splatoon.
Let's move it over. Harmony.
Okay, so favorite suit, Ultimate Revice, and
And?
John. I love those suits so much.
Let's
They're
go.
just so good.
People can have a time, Marcus. I've never heard anyone say they like Invincible John as a suit though. That's crazy.
Yeah, I really like
That
it.
looks very sweet.
awesome.
That looks very sweet.
I don't know
It looks
about that.
very
It's
sweet.
It's
I
just
think
Sean's
it's okay.
suit, but better. Okay.
Yeah. I do love like her base suit, but oh god, her front form is so
It
good.
was the ponytail.
Invincible John is so shiny and I love it.
And also,
Great.
This is
We're
a
I love it when writer.
The giant love call face in the middle.
All right, Goober, what's your favorite suit and why is
Wait,
it very red?
hold on. Thank you for the donation, Shinji Kito.
Ryuki, thank you.
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah. Yeah,
Goober, what's
I
your favorite suit? Why is it buried Rex?
yeah. I know no secret that inspired Rex. It's so good. Like I think it's because of the colors and how solid it looks. Like there's no words in the English dictionary for me to explain it. It looks so solid and
Use a
sleek.
different dictionary.
I love the shoulders. I love how like the mouth is kind of like a closed thing as opposed to like normal knives. Revice, where it's kind of open. Like it's so clean. I love the colors. Blue and purple work so well. I love the stamp. I love everything about the suit. I love the colors.
Barret Rex is kind of cool. Please laugh. Please laugh. Please laugh. Please laugh.
Marcos housing.
It's
Tell us your favorite suit Marcos houses.
it's so weird. You're leading the discussion on my channel.
You don't talk anyways. It's okay.
You're right. I was sleeving my cards, but what oh wait, it's a Conrad Live. I love the white. What?
Respectable decision, but like, damn.
That's an unpopular opinion.
Nah, bro,
I think that's a respectable opinion.
It's
personally.
respectable.
It's respectable.
I think it's the best secondary suit in.
Oh no.
Hey, you're forgetting that Vulcan exists, man. I don't know about that one.
Vulcan is okay. I just think it's okay.
No. Look at your PFP. What are you telling me Vulcan is okay?
I meant the suit Vulcan's okay.
At least it's not Live Jackal.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Live Jackal kind of got me into skateboarding. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I love Live
He
Jackal.
doesn't even have to skateboard.
Or not Jack.
Live Jackal looks like a fucking watermelon candy to me.
Revi.
I really like a Live Jackal suit.
I think it's okay.
Live Jackal is Comrade or Jolly Ranchers. That's what it is.
It's my
For real though.
For real.
It is my time. It is my time. My favorite
I
suit.
like Jolly Ranchers though.
I am so disappointed that no one else said it.
What?
Kamen Rider Demons, bro?
No,
Spider-Man?
I mean, yeah, he's cool,
someone
but
I also love
someone
Rider
said it.
Demons
No, someone
too.
said
It's a
it.
good
I'm pretty
suit.
sure.
It's definitely it's in my top
That's the
5.
obvious choice, though.
Yeah.
It's still in my
Bro,
top 5.
he's Spider-Man.
look,
He's
I
Superman.
like demons, but I like others better. Okay.
Yeah.
Bro.
It's still in my top 5.
I'll go out there and say I hate
asymmetrical web armor.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's epic. That's epic.
Yeah, that's tough. And also the driver is like, I think the best. Like,
That's the best driver in Rainbow period.
Oh yeah, that is
I think
the
that
best
that
driver.
might be the best DX toy like period.
Yeah.
Like to be honest.
Haisei had the
I mean,
best
until
opinion.
Beats, but
No, but the runner-up is just
If you know, you know.
Base Rex Genome Vice. It's
Oh,
simple to me.
that
I
is
love
like my
it.
favorite. That's my favorite
Yeah.
suit. That's like a close second for me.
So yeah, okay. So we need to talk about Daiji because that's like the last thing.
he's so hot.
Alright, let's go. Let's go. I'm
I
ready.
like him. He gets too much hate.
That's right. There you go. That's right.
His middle part goes so hard.
It does.
To be honest,
Yeah.
it goes so hard.
It does though.
Also
So
his jawline.
all right, cool.
Daiji's great. No, wait. No. Let me talk.
Okay.
Let me talk, Marky.
Okay.
All right. So, Daiji's my favorite secondary writer in all of Reiwa. Daiji's my favorite secondary character in all of Reiwa, and probably my favorite like secondary writer ever. I love his arc quite a bit. He went from a bitch to a rival, then back to a bitch, and then he's just awesome again. Like I love his arc, and people. I was so petty when like the ability life. I hate that name, by the way. Ability life, fucking suit debuted.
Alive.
The suit debuted, and people were like, "Yeah, Daiji's goated." I didn't sit and looking at Twitter.com. Y'all just like, it just going on Daiji saying he's the worst, and then out of nowhere y'all say he's the GOAT. Nah. I'm not gonna accept this slander for my boy. I'm not gonna accept this slander. I love his arc. I love the whole idea that just killing Kagura off wasn't the solution, because just killing off that part you don't like is literally not the solution. It's not healthy. You just have to accept those awful parts of yourself and try and grow from that. And Daiji was a great way to show that type of arc. What happens if you just eliminate your demons? What happens if you just ignore them? You just go on a worse path than if you would have just accepted demon at all. And I just love
Yeah.
I love his fallen angel stuff, and like when he transformed in the weekend base and there was just no music, it was all silent.
Oh, holy shit.
He just stood there.
my
It was
gosh.
so good.
Yeah.
Absolutely peak for his character, and it was just amazing. I love Daiji so much. He's probably one of my favorite characters in this show. He's my top 3. Like, I love him so much. I am never going to accept Daiji slander in my life ever again.
I'm a hop on that as someone as a middle child. I perfectly relate to Daiji. I love him because middle child issues go hard.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
You know, like trying to live up to like your older sibling, like just trying to like, you know, match or like be better, or match or be better.
And when you're
I
younger,
feel-
you get more screen time.
And then yeah, no, like that's so real. Like honestly, that's so real. That's why I love Daiji. I mean, it got a little bit shaky towards the end, but you know, it was still understandable. Like he was just trying to help, but he was just doing it, and he was just kind of tripping. I don't know, but I love Daiji. He's great. I love like the relationship that he has towards Kagero, although I wish that was a little bit more expanded upon.
Yes.
Because I felt like that would have made
Sure,
Kagero's
yeah.
death sadder, and it would have made his return kind of matter. Because as it stands, like he had like Kagero was like good for like what,
An
like
episode.
5 episodes. Like he saved Sakura that one time. And then the like literally the only thing I remember about Kagero before he died for the first time was like him eating that ramen. Or him eating that spicy shit. I was like, damn. I was like, damn, that man's going off.
He needed that spicy curry, man.
Or that was curry. It was curry. Yes, my bad. But like, yeah, I was like, that man's going off. But I love both of them.
I'm gonna triple piggyback, cause I love Daiji's arc, right? I love where it ended up, and I love how they continued it off of 26. But I think to say that like people shouldn't have switched up on Daiji is kind of weird, because you gotta admit, if 26 was the ending, Daiji's arc would have been kind of mid. It would have been kind of mid to low key trash. And if we have to believe that was the original ending, it's a bit justified to think that his character was kind of trash until they like literally tried to fix it, and they did a good attempt. They had a good like pickup point to say, okay, this wasn't really a good part. This kind of goes against the themes of what we had with Lovecoff and I almost forgot her name, Jean, Sakura, and what we had with Ikki and Vice, and even Genta and Vale with episode 42. We can't really like have it inconsistent with all of them. So let's bring Kagero back. Let's make it a nice point of a fallen angel, a slow descent until he realizes that, you know, demons are necessary for humanity, and recognizing them and accepting him as a part of maturity. So then he eventually does. The little help from the character in the show, from the main character, Hiromi.
F you.
I agree.
I really
but
like
also-
Daiji. Overall, he was. I think just following along with him and having that, I'm always looking for, if there are bigger questions that, you're trying to work in the margins of a Kamen Rider. And, I think, especially in late stage in Daiji's story, where he's like kind of wrestling with like, what is right and righteousness. I think that could have been done a little less messy, but that was like one of my favorite parts of the end of Revice, was just dealing with Daiji, like confusing duty for righteousness, confusing righteousness for being the only option because it's the clear right move, or the path of least resistance. So
Right.
overall, I felt like he was just a interesting character to kind of add to that, I guess the drama of the show.
Should I get
He's
a burrito or soup today?
I think
Burrito.
as someone who
Soup
just
every
had
day, bro. Don't mess
Chipotle,
around.
you should probably get a burrito, because I just had a burrito bowl. That shit was fire.
You see, this was an allegory to compare Daiji and Kagura.
Oh my
So you
God.
really gotta understand that the the burrito has a lot of these insights you can get into. You know, you can put anything in a burrito, but a soup, you need to have that water. You need to have your ingredients for it. So you gotta understand that Daiji and Kaguro are burritos and soups, which also means we've reached the ending of Revice discussion. Okay.
Are we not?
I love how
Are we
we
not
all
gonna talk
completely
about
forgot.
Vice? Are we
Yeah, I
not
was
gonna
about to
talk
say,
about
like,
Vice?
Yeah, Vice.
like,
Come
are
on.
we gonna talk about Vice? The main carry of the show? I don't know.
He's the main
kind of
character?
carried.
Marcus, I have a question.
What's up,
Which-
Thomas Burrito B?
Which one too? Like is Dai? Oh my god. Is Daiji the burrito or is Kagura the burrito?
That's for you to find out.
Oh my
You have
god.
to- you just have to-
Okay, so when it comes to Vice, please be aware. Certain things behind the scenes, we know bad things, but we're talking about the character. We're talking about the character Vice. Okay, cool. Ghia, since you're number one Vice lover, did
Yeah.
yes.
Oh, there
Yes,
you
you.
go. Yeah.
All right, what,
Yeah,
you
you're wrong.
want me to defend Vice?
Yeah, you're the number one Vice fan.
Okay. So listen, let me start off with the disclaimer. That rapper dude, that dude that showed up that randomly in the middle of the show, I didn't even know who he was, bro. Whoever that guy was, voices Vice, F him. I don't care. Major disclaimer.
Who?
Like just as a character, yeah. Who? As a character,
Who's Vice?
Vice is like one of my favorite meme writers ever.
He
Yes, I do count him.
is.
He's one of my.
He
If
is,
people count Momotaros, I'm counting Vice. I love him so much. The writing behind him, because you can't think about him in a vacuum. You gotta think about him in relation to Ikki, because as Ikki develops, Vice does too, and that balance between them. That's what I love so much, and that's why I love Vice. If Vice wasn't in the show, Ikki's development would have been trash.
Yeah.
He's a necessary part, just like how Kagura is necessary, just like how Veil's necessary, just like how Love Cop is necessary.
Like Hikaru is necessary.
No.
No.
Hikaru
Maybe.
is so
That's
necessary because he's
That's
so
like a
hot.
hard maybe.
He
That's
is
like a
so
hard
hot.
No,
Oh my god.
no, bro.
That's like a maybe. I wouldn't write him out of the show, but like, yeah, it's a me.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Can I hop on the Vice thing? Cause like I think it was very touching when like the 2 times he became quote unquote evil, like during the whole show, like he became like quote unquote, was because he was trying to like
Protect
help
Ikki.
Ikki. Like he was trying to protect Ikki.
He
Like
never
dang.
betrayed the homie.
See, that's a true
No.
support right
He's a
there.
real
Support,
one. That's a
like
true homie there.
he's protecting his ADC right there. All right, that's tough. That's mad tough.
I'd like to
He's
say,
a real one.
if I fully went into everything I thought about Vice, we'd probably be here for another 3 hours. So you know, I have a video to say about it. But like in terms of writing, directing, like camera work, all of that, Vice is like the perfect storytelling. I would say both like the Vice and character, because they show a lot of stuff. You can infer a lot of things about Inky's mentality through how Vice acts, because he's his inner demon, and it's just so it's smart, it's genius.
His verse on Live Devil's kind of ass though. Not gonna lie.
yes.
His verse is kind of ass.
Yeah,
But I do like
I
the ad-libs though.
No, that's a lie. I still think it's the best part.
I can't cap. I love Volcano.
Volcano's
Bruh.
amazing.
Go with the
Volcano's
flows.
epic.
Best song. Go with the flows.
Bro, I can't believe like his like rapping. He's literally running away from the beat. Like I don't know how that's possible. Like what the
Why
fuck?
would he do that, bro?
Like bro's the yeet of Kamen Rider. What the hell is this?
I wouldn't say that, bro. Nah, Yeet actually hits hard though.
He hits
Can't
hard,
compare.
but like Vice just like not hitting the beat at all. It just hits harder.
Vice is not a
I know.
rich minion.
Real.
All right,
That's
guys.
so real.
Should I get salad with the crouton or without the crouton?
Oh no.
Are you, what does this
God,
mean?
what is
What
this?
does this mean?
What does this mean? What does this mean?
You gotta understand that Vice is the crouton to Ikki, who is the salad, because the crouton complement. Yes.
I'm gonna expose myself for the internet, bro. I could eat croutons by itself.
Me too. I love croutons.
Me too.
Yeah,
Me
me
too.
too.
Dude, that was like they served that during
Croutons
lunch,
are
bro.
bomb.
Like they're
Yeah.
so fire.
Depends on the flavor.
Croutons are like a guilty pleasure
Yeah.
for chips, you know.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
I agree.
Dad.
Okay,
Dad.
okay, guys, it's been about an hour. We should wrap it up with our final
Oh,
thoughts.
Yeah.
Really, it's felt long.
You're
Yeah.
longer.
It's like Revice.
Hey,
Chris,
I tried back.
Damn.
I wish Revice was longer, man.
Hell no.
Same.
Mood. I miss Revice.
Chris,
It's been a week, you
Chris,
still
Chris,
miss
Chris,
Revice.
Chris.
Chris Coase. Final thoughts on Kamen Rider Revice.
what's a revise?
I want to love Revice more than I do, because it has a lot of really cool ideas. It does a lot of things right, but it also does a lot of things wrong that really also like just makes me not like it as much. Because I feel like it would be in my top 3 if like it did do all of those ideas right. But as it stands, like it's still a really good show, but like I feel like it's just missing its full potential. That kind of disappoints me.
Nice.
Yeah. Ghia.
Skip me. I'll be back at the end.
Okay.
Ass.
Grave. No, wait. Sorry. Goober.
Wow, I'm offended. Anyway, yeah, I think Revice is still okay. I definitely agree. It definitely had its high points, like the whole Genta fight to Avail. It was really good. There were so many good emotional moments that even I'll admit I kind of choked up a little bit. But when it missed, it kind of missed and ruined my enjoyment. But I still, for the most part, looked on the positives and confidently say that I have enjoyed Revice and I will miss it. But I'll be glad to see it back in future.
Grave.
Like I said before, Revice is by far the best Reiwa Rider season so far. It's easy to beat Saber.
Let's go!
Disagree.
It's not a high bar that you're putting there. I don't know.
It's easy to beat Saber, but
The problem is that Saber has no story. Anyway.
my only complaints are just mainly with Vice, but they're really minor. Like most of the time in the season, it was mainly high points, but the low points are really low. But best Reiwa season so far.
Haisei.
Pretty good. Nah, I'm okay. Yeah, I think I think it's pretty. I think it's pretty great. I mean, like I know it's not a very high bar, but I do think it was like the best Reiwa season. Obviously, I mean, again, not a high bar to go off of, but I think there was like a lot of stuff that like really surprised me. I mean, it was very good. Again, like for an anniversary season, it was pretty good. It was very good. Like it's probably the best anniversary season in my mind, but in my heart it's decade. But in my heart it's decade, in my mind it's Revice. But I thought it was really good. I really liked the family aspect, and it was just very heartfelt. It was very good, and it just made me happy. Revice is the Fast and Furious of Kamen Rider.
Honestly, me as a Fast and Furious fan, I can.
What? What? What?
How many times Vin Diesel said family?
Family.
Harmony.
Okay, so like I said before, Revice is my very favorite Reiwa show. I love the characters. I love especially I like the inserts. The inserts are really banging though. And the most thing I loved about Revice was Vice's character development. Yeah, it was really good.
Haisei.
Yeah.
I see. I said Haisei, not Haisei, because their names are similar. Haisei.
That's okay.
Let's go.
Let's go. I think this is a good show. I think anything that was kind of a slump never slumped that far down for me. I found everything. Again, I watched it in a binge setting and not a weekly, so that highly changes how you experience something. And so watching it like back to back, anything that was kind of a slump, it was pretty much over by the next episode. It moved quick enough that it didn't bother me, but I found this an incredibly easy to watch show, especially if you're not like necessarily a Kamen Rider fan or a Tokusatsu fan. I think this is, a fun show for, non-fans to jump into, and I think that says a lot about that. It's a pretty good show. It's one of my, it's definitely up there in the upper tier of my, full seasons that I've watched. Yeah, I'm saying this is one of my favorites.
Oh, Mega.
So as the show was going on and I saw more negativity about it, I was like, was Saber that much of a nothing burger that I was willing to take anything after that season? And then I actually started to rewatch the show, and I'm like, nah, this show bangs. Y'all are just really mean. But like for real, there will never be a season like Revice, and I am sad about that. I cried like hell at the finale, and that rarely happens to me. I only cried with Forze and Build. So
Honestly, yeah, I feel you.
Yeah.
I cried at the Revice finale. I just love how it wasn't just like, let's defeat Gifu. It really was just a tale between a family, a tale between two brothers, that being Iki and Vice, a tale between just so many people, and it wasn't like a save the world thing. It was just a tale about a family and just their acquaintances. So it was just a very nice show to watch. Like, I don't care if you have the best story ever. If I don't like your characters, then I'm never going to watch the show again. And Revice, to me, has some of the best characters I've ever gotten in a very long time. I blame Saber for giving people a very bad first impression of Revice. I will blame it forever. But I just really like Revice. To me, it's like in my top 3 writer seasons. Please give it a chance. I watched it both weekly and binged, and it's just a fantastic experience overall. I love this season a lot, and I really wish hopefully later on down the line people give it another second look and another chance, because it's just a very special season to me. I love every single bit about it. I'm really gonna miss Revice, and even if Geats happens, all I'm gonna say, even though it's like even if I like it, every week I'm gonna say, yeah, but it's not Revice.
Oh,
Aw.
bros hug.
Bro, hug.
Bros hug.
I like you sometimes, Marcos.
Sometimes. Damn.
It's okay.
Sometimes.
I only like myself
I love you.
sometimes too. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
So I felt like I was overly negative this stream. I don't think I was, but I felt like I was. So I guess I'll say more positive stuff for my final thoughts. And I actually wrote this down. This is word for word what I said in the other discussion. Kamen Rider Revice is a show.
Yo, for real? Holy shit. Yo.
Okay, so
Dude, I thought it was a song.
I actually did enjoy Revice, and even though there are some points that I felt could have been done so much better, I feel like Revice the show actually is pretty good. It's more than just okay. I was more being facetious. It is actually a good show. I enjoy the suits. I thought the plot was okay, but the characters more than made up for anything that Revice had low points in. Iki is one of the best main writers. Sakura is one of the best, or probably the best female writer. Hiromi, Daiji, all of them, they're just so good. Hikaru, stupid, but I still kind of like him anyway. George, obviously. The demons, like, everything was just so good. And again, it has its issues, but at the end of the day, Revice is a good show. I did enjoy my time with it. Did not feel like I wasted anything. It was definitely worth the watch. History of Kamen Rider Revice coming out in 2025. No wait, that's
Official announcement.
that's way
Mark
too.
your calendars now.
That's
I can't wait for you to make a compilation of just Vice farting, dude. That's gonna be
Oh.
such a good watch.
There isn't a lot.
Such a good watch.
Yeah, like 3 times.
Oh
sorry.
my God.
2025 is way too early. It's probably gonna be like another
2030.
George's workout video.
Thomas
Oh, that's
Jujube.
highlight.
Yes.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
So, like, I come out of Revice positive. Like, I'm like, it was a good show. I liked it. I had fun with it. But I can't help but feel like there's too much they were trying to do. When, if like, the core family dynamic of the main Igarashi family is what carries the show for me. I just love the idea of families and tokusatsu and putting them all in suits together. And at points, the show really does a good job with that. But then you throw in all these other characters in suits, all these other characters have plot points and stuff, and they become like the family aspect of them at least becomes the background, and that doesn't work for me. It just feels like really weird, and like especially in the case with like their demons. They're technically siblings as well, and at the end they try to bring up the point like, oh yeah, they're all part of our family as well. But we never had a thing with like Lovekov calling Vice like her big brother, or Kagero always refers to Iki as his big brother, but never Vice. And that, like, I feel like that would have worked better. And I think that's like the biggest problem, where those three are siblings as well. They're part of the family as well, but they never try to like build on that or make that a big thing. So when you get to the finale and it's all about the family and all that, I love how that finale works, all about the family. But there's like just a stretch all the way before that where it's like family doesn't feel like the biggest part of the show, or the idea of family doesn't feel like it's a super big part of the show. And I feel like it's trying to do something big with something that doesn't really fit with what they're trying to do. Yeah.
Wow, thank you.
Real. Thomas.
I kind of disagree with that, but you go.
Jeez.
Also,
I disagree with everything you said. No, I'm kidding. I'll play it. I'll play it.
Whoa.
It sounds so good.
Hey, yo, is that the Kamen Rider Demons?
Dude, the LEDs go so hard.
They do.
They
That's all.
Oh wait, who was the person who wanted to be safe for last?
Oh wait, thank you Seth and Flame for the donation. Donating to the Make Marcos More Positive with Money Fund.
Oh.
Ghia.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Ghia. Every time.
Again.
No, just Kamizaki Masumi because my man disappeared.
Thank you, that man 666 negative Marcos. That's me. I hate Kamen Rider Saber.
That is always.
Let's go.
Dude, actually, yes.
That's not negative.
Yeah.
I think Revice
It's boring.
It was.
Revice is definitely the show where I think all of the main characters are definitely like all hot.
Oh my
Like
god.
even Saber,
Very
Saber
good looking, they're
and
pretty.
kind of Geats, I think like some of them kind of look mid. I'm not gonna lie, but like everyone in Revice is like good looking.
It is.
Yeah.
Almost everyone, but they're like the minor characters, so it's okay. But all the
Yeah.
major characters, they're good looking.
Oh yeah, I agree, Haisei.
They're so
bad.
good looking.
Too bad we couldn't talk about Boo-san, the best supporting
No.
character.
Yes,
he
my
is.
boy Busan.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
gonna stand best. I appreciate him so
Hi,
much.
Can I
What's
ask you
it?
about Vice with Iki's face? That's
Vice with Iki's face.
Oh, I
Oh,
love that.
Now that
Okay, but
I
who's
also
Vice?
forgot about that.
Oh my god, Goober, no.
I wish I saw more of the text messages. That was the thing. Like the text
Oh,
message behind me.
yeah.
I wish I could
yeah,
read
I
them.
love
They
that.
dropped that how early?
They brought
But
it
like,
back,
but
though.
when they did appear, it was like, it's great. It was great.
Yeah.
I like how
Big
I like how
favorite.
it's I like how it's based off of line and not iMessage too. So that's tough.
That is very true. My favorite one that happened was like when they were fighting Juga, and the only one that happened was Vice, and Vice basically was saying, "Iki, I will protect you." That was the only thing that was written there.
Aw.
See, Vice's main carry,
He's the
no,
best.
the support to the ADC.
Oh my god. I remember them in the Jack Revice tension, the first one. Iki's like saying like what's happening, like in the text message or something. He's like confused.
What the hell is going on?
And then Vice is like, "I don't feel so good, man."
What the hell? Nah, but
Talk
yeah.
about Geats while we wait for Ghia to come back.
Ghia, come on.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting back
Come on,
now.
bud.
I can't believe
Yeah.
we're watching a season of Fortnite for Kamen Rider.
Yes!
Oh my god.
It's the best belt ever.
Fortnite
Yeah.
collab with Gitwendo.
Please.
I kind of need that.
If they can collaborate with Dragon Ball Z, I think they can collaborate with Kamen Rider. Don't know, guys.
Do it.
It's just does Toei want them to?
That's
Totally
a
was
very
really
that
good.
is that is a very good
American
point.
American items to purchase in worldwide.
For real?
Kamen Rider? No.
For real though.
Worldwide Kamen Rider access? No, thank you.
No. They can't do that. It's exclusive. You can have the toys, but not the show.
Whoa,
Like these toys, good luck watching.
Hey.
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 God damn. Okay.
So a question I want to ask y'all, like while we wait for Ghia,
Sorry.
how do you guys think about like this like representing like the 50th anniversary of Kamen Rider? I feel like that's a question I feel like it's kind of necessary. What do y'all feel about this being like the 50th anniversary? Like, how does that make you feel? How does it make you feel?
I think it did okay.
They did a great job.
Yeah, they didn't try. They didn't try to pull Zio, which we just had like only a few years prior.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that.
Zio was fun in my opinion.
The
I like
Legend Rider
Zio.
stuff felt pointless.
Yeah, it didn't
It
need
did.
past riders to make it a good
It didn't need
anniversary.
Legend Rider.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I've always been told
it was always like a very cool moment. It was like, damn, that is, I know that writer. That is Kuga. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
it's that guy. That was like Kamen Rider Abuki. Yeah, that guy.
The zero, like I like how they did the 01 like letter shit in the actual show and not the movie.
Why didn't they do it for
Yeah.
Haisei?
Like they did the 01 letter, like the
Fine.
the finishing move in the show. That was great.
I take back my opinion. You reminded me that they didn't do that finisher text for the Haisei form, and I'm never gonna forgive that.
It was because
I know. That's what I was thinking too. I was like, why did they
did
do
it
it for
for me.
Xaid? Why didn't they like I feel like there should have been like a little like in every finisher there should have been like a tiny. It didn't have to be big, but it could be like a tiny nod to like the original writer because I feel like 01 definitely got like a
literally
lot
just a
of
01
like
finisher.
yeah, it's
01 got a
literally the
whole-
01 finisher.
They
01 got a
And
whole
you literally
tribute
see the
episode.
effect. You literally see the effect. But everyone else is just like about their animal, kind of.
Yeah.
01 got a whole tribute episode. Literally, the whole episode was just about comedians.
Yeah, like Deadass. Oh yeah, Deadass. I forgot about that. I forgot it was about comedians, but yeah, that shit was so fire though.
They were doing haha funny, and then Vice took over Iki's body.
Yo, what the fuck is
Yeah.
this?
So, what is this?
Okay, so for those in
Wow.
chat,
We gotta end
someone
this, man.
just said
We gotta end this.
nigiri, but like imagine the fish on top was like a goldfish. What the
Oh.
hell is this?
What the fuck?
What
Guys,
the hell is
I think that's just an allegory for Love Cov and Sakura, cause you can't have the rice without the goldfish.
Who's the wasabi?
Because
That's the card.
That's chocolate spicy.
No, it's Aguilera. It's Hana.
that's Hannah.
That's that man's.
Cause she's hot.
Or take as the rice.
The wasabi.
That was about it.
Tag yourself on the plate.
I'm that
I'm the
one
goldfish.
rice.
I'm
I'm that one rice at the bottom.
I'm honorary color. I'm wasabi.
I'm the
You are.
retweet.
That's first.
How dare you?
Oh my gosh, huh?
Where did Ghia go, bruh?
I-
Where did this man go?
I might just call it from here, cause
Yeah.
That's
You
what
got
I'm
hurt
here to
no
do.
more.
The moment,
I
no, the
swear
moment
he's
you
gonna
end the
come
stream,
in
he
one
comes back.
second, bro. He's gonna come as soon as you're about to hit the stop streaming button. He's gonna come back.
Really
As
cool.
soon as you're about to press the stop streaming.
welcome to the post Revice
Yeah.
discussion.
You guys wanna play League?
No.
Thank you for having us, Marcos.
I want to
Thank
see
you.
the movie.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Battle of Familia. I really want to see the movie.
Lame.
I want to see
Kamen
Kamen Rider
Rider
Igarashi, man. I want to see the Geach cameo in HD.
Same.
Real.
I want to see Kamen Rider Igarashi.
I want to see Ultraman Group but Kamen Rider, aka the 3 Igarashi form or whatever that is. I don't know what
Oh,
that's called.
Sai, Ura, come on. Kimura.
Oh, that's your fault.
King,
That's
Sai,
catchy.
come on.
That's catchy as
Yeah,
shit.
that's the best song.
No.
Like oh yeah, the standby noises were mad catchy.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm gonna miss song like the whole like song standby noises. I get Geats is like very epic and clean, but like I'm gonna miss Revice's like bombastic.
Yeah, me
dribble.
too.
Yeah.
Come on! Make it
Revive, revive. Yeah.
Standby jingle for Perfect Blink.
Oh my god, yes.
Of my allergic, my sounds are just like Revice. Just like only Sakura.
Revice. That was fucking fire.
I fucking love Barryvex.
He's cool.
Get ready for. Okay, I think that's about it. It's been a while. Okay,
Yeah, it has been.
so
Bro, my man really disappeared.
with all that being said, I'm gonna go buy a burrito.
Oh my
Dip it in
gosh.
soup.
Nice.
And you're gonna dip it in the soup. Soggy ass burrito,
The
bruh.
burrito in
Yo, you want a burrito? I'll buy you one.
Thank you all for watching. Well, come be here next Wednesday for History of Gaim completed. History of I don't
I'm
know.
a member, so I already watched it.
Goodbye.
Good night, gamers.
Ciao.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
So
you
Vice Con.
bastards.